Let's go.
Hello, welcome back to the Encyclopedia of the Unknown, the paranormal deep dive series where we explore strange phenomena one letter at a time. I am Andy.
Andy might be on something today, guys. I'm Nicole, and every week we are cracking open a new page to uncover the mysteries, monsters, and myths hiding behind it. Settle in, turn down the lights, and let's get ready to explore the unknown.
Yeah, so I was doing one letter at a time of my name. And because it's only 4 letters, if it was any longer, I wouldn't have bothered. Just done normal. But anyway.
We would have been here for the full hour trying to spell my whole name out.
Yeah.
So
It probably took me that the first time I tried writing it.
Today's topic is the power of frequency. So it's going to be a good one. Today we are only doing one topic because this has so many applications, so much to dive into.
Yes. It's just never ending.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we said last week, we're going to do, you're going to do the science side to it all. And I'm going to do the supernatural woo factor.
We're gonna try to mostly stick to those things.
Yeah,
it's gonna be some overlap and intersection because you can't really talk about one without talking about the other.
Yeah, a lot of this it kind of goes into both of them, but it's all relevant as to what's going on. So go on, let you kick off.
Right. So frequency, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions, this is like the hidden bridge between science and the unknown. It can explain everything, expand upon everything, and it's a very, very deep topic. So at the most basic level, bottom is frequency is the rate at which something vibrates. Sound has frequency, light has frequency, people have frequency, radio waves, microwaves, infrared, all frequencies. Your brain, all your thoughts are frequencies. And we as humans can only perceive a very, very small spectrum of these frequencies. So we can only see a small spectrum of visible light. We can only hear certain sounds. And there is so much more out there that we can't perceive. Like, that's why dogs can hear at a higher frequency than people. So they'll hear things that you can't, that may not be there.
Yeah.
Does Bruno do that?
What's that? What do you mean?
Like look at nothing or bark at nothing?
Oh, yeah, he does it all the time. And then I'm like, yeah, just stop because I've got to live here. But it might be because we've got a new TV in the bedroom now. So he started barking at that again. So it could just be he can see the reflection of something, or he can see it better, the actual image on the whatever we're watching. So it's he does. But I did frequency and the supernatural, and it gave me 17 different things as to what and how it could be, and this is just on the woo scale.
All right, pick one. Which one we got first?
I'll read them all out. Yeah, and I have picked 3 from this. So frequency as an invisible architecture of reality, sacred sound and creation of myths, infrasound and paranormal fear, UFOs and frequency manipulation, frequency and levitation, human consciousness as a frequency receiver, the Schumann Renaissance, woo interpretation, EVP, spirit voices, audio anomalies, which we kind of covered anyway, shadow beings and dimensional overlap, frequency and poltergeist activity, time slips and temporal frequency, sacred geometry, Sacred geometry and resonant shapes, music, emotion, and mind control. Frequency is a weapon, paranormal lens.
Mm.
The,
Okay, so
1 minute.
that's actually been in the news
Yes.
lately. The frequency weapons.
Yeah, the DIR, direct energy weapon. DR, direct energy. DW. My God, direct
Not
energy
not
weapons.
even
Oh
just
no.
that. The one where they're playing a sound at a frequency that will cause people to like bleed from their ears and their nose, like because it's scrambling your brain.
But didn't they do that with sonar years ago, and they ended up killing loads of like whales and dolphins, and they denied that it was anything to do with them. Yeah, there's loads of movement that was seen underwater that was military.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, then you've got the veil and frequency barriers, alien spirits, and the same phenomena. Frequency in human evolution. That's it. Yeah.
Right, let's dive into first frequencies effect on people. So let's start with like the infrasound. Yeah, that
So
one.
infrasound, fear, and the feeling of presence.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I've only downloaded 3 of them, and this is one of them.
That's okay, because if you couldn't talk about that, I could. This is my special interest, guys.
Right. So what does infrasound do? This is on a woo perspective, like sort of thing. So it's felt in the body, and you don't hear it. It vibrates organs, eyes, and the nervous system. Produces unease without without any cause. Triggers flight or fight mode. Causes nausea, dread, confusion. Can distort vision at the edges. See, I've had that before, and I thought it was like the start of a migraine, where it kind of goes all like wavy and jelly-like. I kind of just get it in one eye, but
so there have actually been haunted houses, like scary haunted houses, not actually haunted houses, that pump in infrasound to make you more scared to go through it. This is a scientifically proven. This isn't even like woo-woo. This is infrasound makes you feel like you are being haunted.
Yep. Doesn't surprise me. But also, they do it in movies. So they play the fear frequency in scary movies. So when they're playing the music, obviously they put it in the music because sometimes you can hear that frequency, depending on how loud it's going, and you can like pick up on it. So they put it in the music. So when that's why if you you're watching a scary movie and you turn the volume down, it's not as scary
anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
but I've
thing.
kind of been looking into real hauntings and the connection between that and infrasound. So what I want to do is
I've just got that up now.
Yeah. To see, does it cause or amplify paranormal activity? Or does it just make you think there's paranormal activity?
So loose materials amplify vibration. Yeah. Basements and stairwells trap resonance. Churches and prisons especially prone because they're abandoned and they've got it's a big open space, but then they've got smaller rooms. So it's like echo chambers.
Like stone or brick or concrete, and that just traps it all in.
Yeah. And then you've got wind that blows through the corridors, creates oscillation. So then you get in the dirt, like the dirt devil things again, like the wind elements.
Mm-hmm.
So could it be that? But it's like the loose materials amplifying the vibration. So say you've still got blinds up on an old filing cabinet that's just stood in the middle of a room. It's going to go against that and it's going to bounce back. It's like echo. Mm-hmm. It's going to do the same thing, not you.
They're always listening.
As soon as I said it, I knew it was too late. Anyway, yeah. So, like you're in an old building, so it's gonna different sounds gonna make different noises.
Yeah. And
Uh,
there's things in your everyday life that can produce infrasound, certain like machinery, heating elements, things like that. They actually,
Generators.
yes.
So I remember reading this ages ago. So generators, obviously, there's a company that I used to work for, and down in the basement they had a massive generator. And whenever you stood there for more than like 2-3 minutes, it'd feel like there's someone stood over your shoulder watching you. You'd always feel like there's someone else about. And I read into it, and they're the feelings that you get. It's like movement without forms. It's like your mind's playing tricks on you. You're imagining stuff that's going on because you're picking up that sound. You're not hearing it. You're feeling it. So you're thinking there's something going on, and you can't put the two together to create what's actually going on. So the brain fills in missing data with threat shapes. So it's like fear feeds hallucination loop. So you're just going over and over the same thing, and until you get away from it and get somewhere neutral, then it's just going to keep going on. So it's just, yeah, it's that.
But it can also, frequency can also have the opposite effect on people. Depending on the frequency that you're using, it can
Yeah.
also make people feel good and happy.
Yeah. But I suppose it also, would it depend on what frequency you're at the time?
I don't know, because I don't know if your personal frequency, that's another thing I want to look at. I want to look at if we can figure out what frequency people are vibrating at.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would, but that would be a really interesting like kind of experiment to see if people's vibrations, so to speak, change when they're in a meditative state, when they're, doing psychic mediumship or things like that.
I'm guessing it'd change because you're
Mhm.
going on a different conscious level or subconscious level. But
And
did you know?
frequency is so like mainstream and people don't even realize it because you're talking about like, oh, I don't know, I just don't like their vibe. Or like, oh,
Yeah,
are we on the same wavelength? You're talking about
yeah,
frequency.
exactly that. But did you know there's natural infrasound sources?
Hmm.
So storm systems like thunder and lightning, you got earth movements, heavy machinery, urban infrastructure. So I'm guessing like the subway,
Yeah.
trains, traffic, all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Underground water, um, and wind interacting with terrain. So if you're out on an open plain or in a forest, and it's like we say on the other one, when it's windy, you hear the wind coming through, and you think, "Oh, what's that?" And you straight away you think it shouldn't be windy. I'm in a forest. But if there's a big gust of wind that's coming through, you're gonna get it. So
So, do you have the thing up for the music frequencies? Did you go with that one?
no, because I went down the darker route of aliens and spirits and the same phenomena,
Mm-hmm.
and time slips, missing time, and temporal frequency.
Hmm.
So I can go back to the music one. It's just not put it in. It's
That's
just
fine. I
bullet
can
points.
talk about it real quick. So music frequency. They used to produce music at a different frequency. And then
When it
at some point,
441 or 442 or
mhm,
something.
now it is 440.
Ah, right. That's what it is now. Then it
Mm-hmm.
used to be higher than that. I think it was like 460, 470 then.
I think it was, yeah. So they've been playing around with things, but in the 1950s, they changed the frequency of the music to 440. And
Yeah,
440 is supposed to produce more unease and instability than what it was at previously.
yeah,
So there's still some people that are producing music like independently at different frequencies like 528 hertz, which is supposed to be healing and stress reducing. So,
Yeah.
and it has positive effects on your cortisol and anxiety, but the mainstream is still 440.
Yeah. See, I've got music altering emotional state instantly. So I suppose it depends how you feel and what music you're listening to is going to change your mood. Certain keys are associated with certain moods. War drums as frequency weapons. So back in the day when they used to beat the drum on the battlefield to kind of like psych the opposition. National anthems as collective tuning. Repetitive beats inducing trance, i.e. trance music, where it's just a doof, 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 doof sort of thing. That's all I'm doing. I'm not a human beatbox, don't worry. Low frequencies triggering aggression, which we know. High tones inducing calm or disassociation. Ritual music as consciousness control. So this fascinates me. Concert crowds acting as one organism. So you go watching your favourite group or artist and you all join in because you all like what's being played and what's going on. So there could be like 6, 7, up to like 100,000 people and you're all marching to the same beat, literally, pun intended on that, by the way. But that's what it is. So you're all like one collective.
Yeah. And that energy is like permeable in some places. You can feel it when you walk into somewhere where everybody's happy and having fun. Like you walk into Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, because everybody who walks through there is happy and excited and vibrating at that happy frequency. And you walk in and you tune into it.
You've paid extortionate amount to be that happy as well, so you're going to make the most of it.
Yeah, exactly. And like adults, full-grown adults are putting their rational minds aside to be like, I want to take a picture with this princess who you know is a person in a costume, but you'll wait an hour to take a picture with them.
Yeah, I know.
That's that like hive
just
mind
to say you've been. But this is another one fascinating. Silence is the ultimate disruption. Yes. Now you wouldn't think silence has got a frequency, but if something is completely silent, not everyone, but a lot of people turns people mad.
Yeah,
basically.
It's unnerving. Yeah. It was one of the psychological experiments that they did on people where
MK Ultra.
They put them
in Montauk
in a completely silent thing and just leave them alone with their thoughts to unravel.
Yeah. Yep. I was reading somewhere as well. They've got there's this paint that they've got. It's like black paint, but it's the deepest, darkest shade of black.
Vanta black or something?
Something like that. I can't remember.
Vanta black.
So they've painted this room. It's like the size. I think it's about 10 foot square, 12 foot square or something. It's not big, but it's not little. They've painted it black. Everything in there is black. The walls, the ceiling, the floor, the lot.
There we go. Vanta black, revolutionary super black coating made from vertically aligned carbon nanotubes that absorb up to 99% of light.
So this is the best bit now. If you go in that room, you don't only hear your heartbeat, you can hear the blood pumping through your veins. That's how quiet it is. Imagine that. That's just, that on its own is mind-blowing, and that'd mess you up, especially if you weren't expecting it. So, yeah,
I don't know. This is why it fascinates me so much, because frequencies and vibrations can literally change everything in like a second.
Control. You can control anything with sound and frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's why they like use music for like music therapy, because it can change your mood, your outlook, everything.
And then you add volume onto that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It changes it again. And then you've got frequency as a weapon. So sonic weapons. Well, is it the walls of Jericho were brought down by trumpet blowing?
I do not know.
I've never read the Bible, but I'm guessing. It says ancient trumpets toppling walls. I'm sure it's the walls of Jericho that were brought down by trumpet blowers.
I can play
Is
the
that what they're
trumpet.
called? Can you?
I can.
See, I've next door got a wall.
I don't have a trumpet, but at one point I could play the trumpet.
Get a trumpet, find someone you like who has a wall, and let's see. We'll just film it.
It's gonna break down walls. Well, what about the people who sing so like at such a pitch that they break glass?
Yeah, but like when you do that on the crystal glass around the rim, and then obviously tuning forks and everything else. So this is the thing with a frequency weapon as well. You cannot fight what you can't hear
or see. You're just gonna get hit with it.
Yeah, but have you seen these Shaolin monks that use like sound? They shout, like they use certain tones and certain frequencies. So someone's coming running at them, they'll shout, and they end up going on their ass. I don't know how true it is. It could be just stunted, or it could be legit. Who knows?
Okay, so the New York Post, and we're not getting political or anything like that, but they put out an article that the U.S. used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees during the Maduro raid. Supposedly, they were brought to their knees, bleeding from their nose, vomiting blood, and it was a technology that was never seen before. They couldn't figure it out. All their radars got shut down. There was a bunch of drones flying over, and then that happened.
Yeah. What are they called? There's a name for it.
At one point, the witness says they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move, couldn't even stand up after that sonic weapon or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And this was the New York Post that posted it.
But they use them to stop vehicles as well. It's like it stops the electromagnetism, or stops the batteries from working. It just, and the alternators and that, so it just causes them to stop. And they've used it to bring drones down, like I said, stop vehicles and all that. And it's just, don't know, they just blast. It's like just blast this this frequency, and it just, I can't think what it's called. I should have looked this up earlier. But yeah, I'm not doing the science side to it anyway, so that's for you to do.
But that's actually something that happened. Like, that was in the New York Post. It was reported that it happened. And if they can do that, imagine what else they can do.
Well, that's what we know they can do. So imagine what they can do that we don't know.
Exactly.
Yep. So humans as frequency receivers. So we are not passive observers, but like biological tuning forks. Our senses filter the spectrum, not revealing it. Sight, hearing, and touch are all frequency translators. Consciousness determines what frequency we notice. The brain is not generating reality, it's decoding it. It's like you look at something, you see it upside down. It's your brain that turns it the right way up.
Yeah.
And then surely there must be something similar with sound, because it's just it's a vibration.
Yeah,
and the way that the ears, and the way the ear's constructed, it turns it into noticeable words, tones.
Something you can understand.
Yeah. So paranormal sensitivity equals wider broadband or broadwidth reception. So that's why we use different devices to pick up different sounds and vision. So that takes you to the tuning dial theory of consciousness. So consciousness compared to radio dial. Normal waking life, narrow frequency. Dreams, loosened tuning. Meditation, deliberate retuning. Trauma, forced retuning. Psychedelics, bandwidth overload. Paranormal encounters happen when the dial slips. So when you're in between two or more of them. But that's trauma is forced retuning. Yeah, because you're having trauma, you're made to sit that through. So yeah. And then bandwidth overload for psychedelics, because you're just throwing any old shit down and you're just tripping out. So it's just anything and everything all at the same time. That's very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, frequency can definitely, it depends, I think, how you look at the human state. Like if you're thinking of the effect that it has on the consciousness versus the body.
Well, are you ready for this bit?
Mm-hmm.
So the spectrum we don't perceive. So we already know most reality is invisible, infra and ultra. We know it's there, we just can't see it. So the occult view, entities exist outside our perceptual band. Spirits aren't elsewhere, they're adjacent. So that's why they're in your peripheral.
Yeah.
UFOs are not distant, they're out of phase. So they're there all the time, but they've not phased in. So they've not changed to our frequency. They're staying at their frequency where we can't see them.
Mm-hmm.
Cryptids may be unstable frequency manifestations.
And that's why they disappear, because they just pop back into
we see them that little bit as they're transfiguring their frequency and then gone again. And the other side is a frequency offset, not another place. So the other side as in death.
Mm-hmm. But it comes down to, I think, the fact that everything is just energy.
Yeah.
And people aren't solid. You think of things like as solid, the microphone, the desk. But
but we're not atoms and molecules.
Yes.
No. It's the vibration that's keeping it together.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can change our vibration, then it pulls them particles apart, so then you can phase and go through other so-called solid objects.
Yeah. So that is kind of a theory on space travel, like with if the extraterrestrials are coming from, galaxies away, is that they've found out how to bend space-time by
but
moving.
That galaxy could be there. We just can't see or touch it because we're not tuned into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just
this will do your head in, guys. Like if you really get down this rabbit hole,
yes,
because you can approach it from so many angles.
So are you ready why frequency explains the paranormal?
Yes.
I didn't fart then, I just did that with my hand, and it's that. Just so you know. Yeah. I just did that while I was thinking. It's like, oh shit, that's going to sound like I've just farted. I've not, promise you. Anyway, moving on. No, I'm only messing. It was actually, I was having my tonsils out when I was 6. And you know where they have entertainers that come round the wards for the kids to keep them happy?
No.
And
okay.
Well, like
they did that here. They don't care about.
They told stories and they did magic and that, and he taught us how to fart with your hands. So, blame him. This. Don't know his name. Yeah, I can do that as well. On the back of my knee. Anyway, they're different frequencies again.
Right.
So why frequency explains the paranormal? So appear and disappear instantly, pass through walls, interact inconsistently, affect electronics but not people. That makes a lot of sense. But this will also explain why witnesses see different things, because you're picking up, your frequency is different to the person stood at the side of you. It might be say you're both on 27, but you might be 27.4 and they could be 27.9. That's how I'm reading this. And that's why you're seeing it slightly different. Why belief seems to matter. Why silence and darkness amplify encounters. And why attention feeds activity.
Well, with silence and darkness, your senses are heightened. You're in a state of danger almost, like, because that's instinctual from, way back in human evolution. In the dark, you can't see, it's scary, so your senses are on high alert.
Yeah, and the darkness amplifies sound as well, because it's to do with the light frequency. It makes the darkness, it's more dense. So it's like when it's been snowing, you can hear some miles down. Like you'll be able to, like you said, when you're in station, you whisper one side of the wall, and the other person can hear on the other side because of the acoustics. It's like that in snow. I've read somewhere where someone was talking in this village, and the conversation could be heard on the other side of the village because it had snowed that much, and it like just made it into like a giant recording studio.
It's all echoey.
Yeah, because
but it's weird because when
it traps the
somehow
sound,
also
doesn't it?
Quiet. Like, it's quiet, but then you can hear things.
Everything.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yep. Contradicts itself.
It does.
But makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's a lot to take in on that, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's just that bit about your brain isn't generating reality, it's decoding it. So when everything's going on like this now, it's working out what's going on. You're not actually living in reality. You're working out.
How your brain perceives what your senses are telling you.
Yep.
But even from a purely skeptical standpoint, right? You don't believe in any paranormal, anything woo-woo, right? Mm-hmm. Scientists in labs have demonstrated, they have proven that frequency physically affects water. If they have a speaker that's emitting like a low frequency sound near water, the water's surface ripples and makes these patterns. The frequency increases and the patterns become more complex. They form these crazy geometric shapes. And that's not anything supernatural, paranormal. That's resonance, that's wave inference. But we are like 70% water. So it would have the same effect on the water inside the human body.
But as well, when they play lower frequency sound to water, it's like what they said is the water gets angry.
Mm-hmm.
It does all this irrational moving about, and then it becomes bad water.
Mm-hmm.
And same like when they put sand on a sheet and put it over a speaker, and it does all the patterns and that with different sounds, like and the Chiro sounds as well.
Mm-hmm. And they've done this experiments with plants where they expose them to low frequency versus high frequency to see how they grow. And in snowflakes and crystals, and the shapes that they form are different. Yeah. And what's really, really interesting is, Parasite, they do the neurovisor.
Yes.
Right? When you are under the neurovisor and the light, it's just blinking lights at you, that's what you kind of see, like physically see, is these different geometric patterns forming.
Yep.
I don't know. Because that's immediately what I thought of when I first did it. I'm like, this is like that experiment with the frequency in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. But it makes sense. So with the sand and the water and the playing different types of music, when it'll make irregular patterns and shapes, and it's just got a load of crap and just thrown it in the corner. Whereas when the music is at a higher frequency, it's all nice and pretty and stable and symmetrical, and it looks good. Doesn't look like someone's just thrown a load of crap in the corner.
Yeah.
So, so do you want to end this on time slip frequency misalignment?
Yeah.
So, a time slip occurs when human perception detunes, environmental frequency shifts two temporal bands overlap. So if you've got two frequencies that are right running parallel to each other, and they kind of like, it's like listening to two tracks of music, one in one ear, one in the other, then all of a sudden you can hear them both in both ears, and it's all messed up and what have you. I think that's what it's saying, what the time slip is. You're in both places at the same time. That's why it doesn't feel like you've shifted. And the witnesses don't travel, they phase. Entry is accidental, brief, and unstable. Exit often sudden and disorientating. And the world snaps back into its dominant frequency. So what if you was in a time slip, the dominant frequency was the one you wasn't in before? You wouldn't even know. Or you won't be able to tell anyone because everyone would just think you're crazy.
People think we're crazy anyway.
Well, there is that. Yeah. So there is a big, big thing to frequency. We could talk about this for hours.
Yes.
But we just don't have the time to do it.
So do the research yourself. Do a deep dive on frequency. And if you find out anything cool, put it in the comments, and maybe we can come back to this and talk about it on another episode.
Yes. And if we think you are good enough, you may be even able to come on the show and talk about it with us and give your opinion that way. So, on that note, we are going to go and do some deep diving on I'm going to do some proper frequency research now.
Yeah, because it really makes you think.
Yeah, it does.
It is the language of the universe.
Everything. Every single thing, whether it's alive, dead, whatever it is, has a frequency of some sort. And then
it all ties back in because, okay, the rock, the tree, they all have frequencies. The elementals from last week.
There you go.
It all ties back.
And then it also goes to intent with word, because words weren't always spoken. They came about, and that's a vibration of sound again. So all these were created for whatever reason. We weren't there. Well, I weren't there, so I don't know. Was you there?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe in a past life.
Yeah, I think if I was there for the creation of words, I'd have chose a lot that wouldn't be used now. Like the ones I can't say.
Puckwudgie.
Puckwudgie, that's a good word.
And
discombobulated.
Discombobulated.
Yeah, so stuff like that. It's all good. So yeah, if you enjoy the show, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and everything else. We will be back. Hit the hype button. We will be back next week when we're going to do letter G. Now, I've already decided what I'm talking about. Do you know what you're going to do?
I have a couple things around in here.
I've gone off track. I've not stuck to the narrative thing that we did. I'm going to the list. No, I just thought this one, and I'm doing this one for Tommy. That's all I'm going to say. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I think you might know now. Yeah,
I know.
I'll tell you at the end anyway. So.
I know. I know what it is.
So that's it. So you can join us every Monday. We'll do the UFO files, myself and Abby. Wednesday, myself and Nicole doing this encyclopedia on the unknown. And then on a Friday, your gateway into the unknown, where it'll be at least myself, Nicole, Abby, David from Down the Rabbit Hole, Tommy maybe from Let's Get Freaky, and a guest of some agenda somewhere in the universe. And then
it'll be some cool people. Just watch.
Yeah. Just watch. The first Friday of the month is Paranormal Takeaway. No, it's not. What's it? Paranormal
Pizza.
Yeah, because I wanted to change it to Paranormal Takeaway. And I've got that stuck in my head now. Okay.
No, Paranormal Pizza. Sounds better.
So,
like alliteration.
Yeah, so please, if you can afford, please support the channel. You can do it on Patreon, or you can do it for the tiers. Cheapest $1.99, dearest is $22.99 or $27.99. Just help support the channel and gives you more great content like this. So
and make sure you go follow us on all the other social medias so you can see shorts and reels and all kinds of fun things behind the scenes in between.
All the links.
Your Alienate UK fix.
Yeah, all the links are in the description at the YouTube channel. So go on there, have a look, join us Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and those that use TikTok. I'm not on there, but Nicole is. That is it. I'm going to go. There's some infrasound coming in, so it might be the MIB or CIA. It's some free letter agency anyway. Right, I'm off. See you next week. Have fun. Take care. And research frequency. Ta-ra.